Good morning. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. Um, I'm very tired, so I apologize for sounding very tired and having messy hair. Um, but it's been a long time, and I haven't just gone ahead and gotten this video done. And so I wanted to go ahead and do it. I don't know, as you can see in the background, I am currently on the family boat. We are up in Canada, anchored out, enjoying some warm weather and some not good sleep. But I thought I'd just go ahead and get this video done. So I'm going to basically be taking you through all of the progress that we've made on the High Laker from back when the last video was, which I believe basically was just before the Alder Lake trip last summer. So it'll basically be filling in everything that happened from last September until now, which is June of 2025. So it's been almost a year, and I've gotten a lot done, and I'm very happy with it. And the boat is about one more video to be made before the boat gets seaworthy enough to take to the lake and to go out and use. So that'll be fun, but I'll not bore you with any more of sleepy me talking. Let's get on with the video.
Okay, hello. I am back behind my steering wheel. I thought I'd film a quick update on the boat and a quick update on what's coming this fall. Because it is September, time is going by. We're now approaching the 1-year anniversary of me owning this boat, which is awesome. And the first time I ever got it out on the water. It was a lot of fun. But what's going on with the boat right now? Well, the floor is completely out. The splash well at the stern is completely out. And most of the other structural things are out. So right now, I'm basically sitting in a cut open empty shell of a boat. And we have made good progress of getting the new keel in. It, unfortunately, when we went to the lake about a week or two ago, we towed this 2 hours down to Alder Lake, and that video is coming soon too, of my commentary of our trip to Alder Lake. So we went down there, used the boat. Everything went great. It did awesome with the 10-horse Evinrude that my dad has. I'm not ready to put my big motor on it yet because the transom has no support right now. But we got back, and I was sad to find out that the aft, fifth of the keel had delaminated and come unglued. So not a big deal, but what's coming next is I'm going to go along the entire length of the keel, add some more glue, watertight it, and then I'm going to really just jam a bunch of glue in under the back part of the keel. I need to fill some holes in the transom, not holes all the way through, but stuff like, unfortunately, the original manufacturer of this boat nailed the old keel into the transom. So I have to fill that hole. Overall, everything's gone great. It's amazing how much work is done with the boat and how much work still needs to be done.
and welcome back to another episode. Today, as you can see, the boat is back, and I'd like to take you guys through some of the final bits and pieces that we finished up. We're getting really close to when we can get the motor on and go boating. So yeah, let's take a look. All right, so start off with previously got the new floor in all the way forward and aft, as you saw here. And I've since made sure and sealed it around every edge. But unfortunately, we got a little water in where the foam is under the deck. You see, on a boat camping trip we did, we had this drain plug open, and these holes were letting water in. So we've since mostly plugged it, and we're going to get a piece of like starboard to just cover it like that, and 5200 on. That'll be plenty good for water tightness. There aren't too many other things. This has 4 through hull screws. So I'm going to take a look around at different things. Obviously this gets filled, and just take a look at different things on the boat. Try to see if anywhere else might be letting water in. We don't want the new floor completely ruined. The new floor is ready for another coat of primer. You can see a couple things got a little weathered while we were out boating. Nothing major. We'll get a new paint job on here, and it'll be good. But the big thing is back here. You'll notice a couple pretty sizable changes. So, in order to sport the transom, the transom's decent wood, but it had separated all along, like I've shown in previous episodes. So we added I believe it's 5/8 piece of good plywood. 5200 did that to the transom. And then we put these 5/8 pieces on the sides that glue and screw in here and connect to the transom. And then we 5200 it in these corner posts. And we're going to do 2 screws in this way and a lag bolt through this way, all the way through the transom. And by the time those 6 more screws are on, this effectively motor bracket will be really solid. I just thought I would talk you guys through what I'm working on to get this transom ready for the motor. This is at a pretty small scale because all we're doing on this boat is reinforcing the transom. We're not having to replace the transom yet. At some point we will, but for the next several years at least, it should be good with this reinforcement. So with this reinforcement, I'd like to go over kind of the main things. This isn't really a tutorial. This is just what I'm going through, the process I'm going through to get the project done. And then hopefully tomorrow we're going to get the motor mounted and start getting the motor running. So let's go over and look at the boat. All right, one major step to any project is space. You can see there's still a bunch of junk in here, but I've gotten myself room to walk around, room to work on the boat. That's really important to making sure you're doing a project right. Okay. We've got these 2. They're at different heights, because this one we drilled the hole. You want it as high as possible on a transom like this. This one was a 2-hole ski tow pylon that I took out, or ski tow hook, and I'm going to replace it with just a single like eye bolt here. And so whenever you can reuse a hole on the transom is great, because you don't want to be drilling too much below the water line. The main ceiling and the floor is done. It badly needs another coat of primer and some more sealing around the edges before it's watertight and waterproof. But if it's just me taking the boat out on the lake and everything's outside the boat, everything's sealed, there's no water coming in, I'm pretty confident if I'm taking it easy that it's not going to get very wet. Not
not like wet enough to damage it. So, because I don't drive crazy. Now I'm gonna see. I already drilled out the 4 holes for the motor through the new piece. It's gonna be a big strength factor too. Is this new piece is almost as strong as the old transom because it's real good plywood. And these things are hardwood. I don't know where we got these. You can see the skill saw, regular sharp skill saw blade just burned them, which means it was working hard. Well, welcome back. I am working on getting the motor on. As you might have seen before, let me get a good shot here. The motor is mounted on the boat. That is awesome. Let me bring you over here because you can see it's off center. We got it bolted on center. Let me set the camera down. We got it bolted on center and then realized the steering cable couldn't go far enough into the scuttle. So we had to, I just here put it on a dolly and scooted it all the way over that way. And I've been messing with the steering cable. All right, hello. Guess this is probably not another video, but we got the steering cable in and it's greased. So I'm very happy about that, getting that done. We've got to still connect the steering arm on the motor. It seems this motor was originally hooked up for cable steering. Now this is cable steering, but for steer by wire, which means you'd have a pulley in each of these corners, and you'd have a full line going around the perimeter of the boat that would pull the motor one way or the other. That's how it was done for a long time. And this motor, presumably from the 80s, I don't know what year it is. Seems a little newer than that. This motor was probably one of the old ones that was rigged up with this. I don't know if this boat originally had that. Who knows? They might have just had it come with both. But who knows? So trying to read the VIN number on it. So yeah, the motor, we're going to do some touch-up paint. Still have to paint these bolsters. We're going to do some touch-up paint around the stern here and vacuuming and cleaning. And then we're going to break out the sealant and mount the motor and reseal everything back here. Yeah, we're getting real close. We still have to figure out this drain plug. It's gonna be a minute, but hopefully if the motor runs, hopefully tomorrow is get the motor running day. So hopefully by the end of today, we can have everything nailed down except for the motor running. So everything on the boat will be nailed down, at least for, like good enough that it's seaworthy. There's always more work can be done and needs to be done, but right now I'm focused on just getting the boat seaworthy, so that maybe we can get out on the lake tomorrow. So yeah, keep watching and enjoy. To start off with, the throttle cables are quite stiff, and I knew it was a problem on the motor side, but I tried taking this thing apart just in case it was this to re-grease stuff, but unfortunately some of the screws are stripped and I can't get this open. So I'm just going to have to focus on the motor side. Steering, however, is working great. So I'm just trying to figure out this. It's mainly the throttle. It's right here. It goes like that and moves a bunch of stuff in here. And it's extremely stiff. As you can see, it's a old motor. It's about a 1989 or so. And it's seen some wear and tear. So I'm just going to keep working on that. And in the meantime, the license plate keeps falling off of the trailer. So just working on small things. This drain plug
sealing thing appears to be on real solidly and sealed all the way around. So that's good. The drain plug is sealed finally. And then still need to plug this, and then we're good on that stuff.